If you were a kid around 2015 to 2019, or you just wanted to watch Nick Jr. without judgment, chances are you have at least watched or heard of the show Kuu Kuu Harajuku. There's a lot to unpack here about this show. For a little backstory, the show was created by Gwen Stefani. Yes, that Gwen Stefani. The lady behind your favorite hits like Holla Back Girl, The Sweet Escape, Luxurious, Don't Speak, Just a Girl, although those records were with No Doubt, the band that she was the lead singer of. Yes, she's the creator behind this show. Apparently, she developed an idea for it back in 2004 when she released her album Love Angel Music Baby. Now, there has been some controversy around these Harajuku girls. People accused Gwen of being racist or cultural appropriation, and this show is obviously no different. Gwen is a really great singer, and she has made so many hits from the 2000s. But this is not a hit. This show is not a hit, and there's a huge reason why it is one of the most forgotten girls' kids shows ever. If you don't know me, what's going on, everybody? It's your girl Yujin. I am an autistic music artist, and when I'm not making music, I like to make videos about my special interests like octonauts and cartoons. And if you like this video and you want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button and follow me on my social media handles. And without further ado, let's roast Kuu Kuu Harajuku. Ooh, this shall be fun. So, Kuu Kuu Harajuku, the show, revolves around a girl group of 5 girls: Love, Angel, Music, Baby, and G. Also, no joke, those are the characters' names. The only normal names are Angel and G. So, and G is supposed to be Gwen Stefani's insert. Their girl group's name is HJ5. No, I'm not kidding. That's actually their name. HJ5. Nothing too original. It's your normal kid show, adventurous kid show where the characters go on adventures, kind of like DuckTales. Do you know DuckTales? I would love to talk more about the premise of the show and what the show's about, but honestly, that's it. There's really not much to talk about. And the characters, there's nothing to talk about them either. Just the fact that their whole character is just we are very unique and we're not like other girls. That's what you could say about the characters. I mean, it's a really good message to just, it's okay to be unique and it's okay to be quirky because there is no similar person in this world, but they handle it very not in a good way. First of all, the HJ5 girls are fucking brats. Too harsh? Okay. Let me explain it in a very softer and nicer way. The HJ5 girls have this very twisted mindset, thinking that the world revolves around them. The girls have just like one hobby, but their personalities are just like exactly the same. They're all quirky and relatable and dorks. Now, it's not that I don't hate adorkable characters, because at least some adorkable characters, like Rapunzel from Tangled, Anna from Frozen, and Mirabelle from Encanto, they have a reason behind their personalities, is because they were alone and they had no one to talk to, no one to entertain, so they just had to entertain themselves. But the HJ5 girls, they genuinely make me want to rip all of my hair out. That's how bad their characterization is. But there is one character that I think everyone kind of overlooks. I'm talking about Mr. Rudy, their manager. Now, Rudy is just as terribly written and terribly characterized as everyone else, but he is the only good part of this show. It's because he actually feels like a real human. Rudy deserved so much better. He is an incredibly selfless person, I think. But when he makes a mistake in any of the episodes, guess how the HJ5 girls react? They get mad at him, they yell at him, they confront him, they get in his face, and they threaten him because that's a very normal reaction, right? No, Rudy is not perfect. He'll make mistakes every now and then, and that's very human of him. But the fact that these girls can't always get what they want and they have the audacity to blame their manager is just outrageous. It's absolutely frustrating. And it just makes them extremely unlikable. One of the episodes I watched proves this statement. The episode is called Wanted Audience. The whole episode, HJ5 is preparing for a concert. However, the fans haven't showed up. And out of nowhere, G starts confronting Rudy because he doesn't care about them and because he doesn't care about the fans. I okay. And the whole episode revolves around trying to find what happened to their audience, if they went missing. But guess what actually happens? The time on the poster was read as 9 p.m. and not 9 a.m. And what do? G says to Rudy, "You set the wrong time. Our concert was at 9 a.m., not 9 p.m." Rudy tries to explain, but the girls are tearing into him like he's the one at fault here. And then they just angrily exit the lounge, just pissed because they can't do their concert. And that's just how the episode ends. Yeah, no kidding. That's how the episode ends. There is so many things wrong with this episode and just wrong with the characters in general. It just genuinely boils my blood because I don't know why they're mad at Rudy for this because Rudy is their manager. The people who are in charge of the posters are graphic designers, the design team. So why aren't you yelling at the design team? Why are you yelling at all? I mean, all you have to do is just tell the design team, the incident, and the manager the incident in a very calm and soft voice, and they'll just be like, okay, we can reschedule next time. How easy was that? I'm a singer myself, and I don't have a team behind me, but I know damn well that if something like that happened behind the scenes, I would never shout at my manager. I would never blame my manager. I wouldn't even shout at the design team. I would say it in a very soft and comforting voice. I would just tell them about the incident and we could work on a rescheduling. We can work this out. This actually happens a lot. They don't always confront Rudy in every episode, but it's an ongoing running gag, it's an ongoing theme. So at this point, it is natural. These girls have no respect for Rudy. They have no respect for the man that gave them a career, for a man that really genuinely cares about them. I mean, Rudy has done some questionable things, but when it comes to the very little things, they are just extremely unforgiving towards him for absolutely no reason. These little girls have very big egos and they need a reality check. And it's clear that the fame has got to their heads because that is not normal behavior, especially with a singer and a manager in the real world. That is not normal behavior. But also considering that G, the leader, is supposed to be Gwen Stefani in some way, is this her way of showing what actually goes on behind the scenes? Not to accuse the legend, but is she trying to tell us something? Is G really a self insert of her? Does she really act like this behind the scenes? Well, at least we know what the G and G stands for. Girl. What? I think this review from a parent, a literal parent who watched the show, said it best. The girls of age J5 get too angry and harsh at their assistant manager, Rudy, and are unforgiving towards him when they don't get a gig done. Honestly, not everything's his fault as they don't get stuff done right either. Plus, I think they take him for granted, blame him too much, torture him too much, and act rude towards him, not to mention laugh at him, which might pollute the minds of other young girls to make them act rude towards boys. Those girls really need to give Rudy more respect. Nobody wants to see or hear a band who's mean to their manager. So even parents are bashing the show and also calling out its issues. Now, I know there are people in the comments who are going to say, oh, but Eugen, it's a kid show. It's not supposed to be taken seriously. You know what? That's the problem. It's a kid show for kids who don't have much experience in the world, because you know what's going to happen? Kids are going to watch the show. They are going to see the behavior of the main characters, and they're going to think that it's okay to treat people like that. It's okay to treat your elders like that. That when you're having a bad day, it's okay to take it out on other people. And if something doesn't go your way, then they're not the problem. Everyone else is, because of how incredibly selfish you are. That is not a message that we want to send to our kids. Those are not people that we want our kids to become. And what makes it worse is that these are girls telling that to a man. And so young girls are going to witness that behavior and think that it's okay to take all their anger out on the men in their life, including their dads, their brothers, that it's okay to be a man hater, that it's okay to be sexist. And this also goes for the male watchers too. Either they'll think that they're useless and that women hate all men, but they're also going to assume that's how girls act. They're going to think that girls have anger issues and girls are emotional and they don't know how to keep it together, therefore justifying the alleged misogyny. So it doesn't go either way for both genders. I am genuinely so tired of gender division in kids shows. And when they do try to make a girl power or boy power episode, they always feel the need to bring down the opposing gender, all because that gender is superior or something like that. I am genuinely tired of it. Like, what happened to men and women and boys and girls being equal? They are people, they are persons. Weirdly enough, people seem to love the dolls more than the actual show. The fact that the dolls are better than the show is quite concerning. Again, Gwen Stefani is a legend and she does her work good, just not when she made this show. Overall, Kuu Kuu Harajuku did not deserve to get any more hype than it already did. It was problematic from the start, and I am glad that people are raising the issues that it had and are mostly on Rudy's side when it comes to those scenes. But my point is, Kuu Kuu Harajuku should have never existed. It's extremely problematic. If you have kids and you're looking for a show to watch, especially if you have young girls, please, I recommend you skip out on that show because that is not a accurate or appropriate representation of strong girls. Anyways, let me know your thoughts on Kuu Kuu Harajuku in the comments. If you like this video and want to see more videos like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button and follow me on all of my social media platforms. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until then, this is your girl Eugen signing off. Peace.